Do you want to know what really sucks? Coronavirus. Apparently,
Coronavirus!
got tired of Ebola and malaria taking all of the virus and disease shine. So this year, this already wild and crazy year of 2020, that's another video all in itself, Corona decided to earn its crown. That's a play on words, because for those of you who don't speak Espanol, I don't either, but I know a few words. Corona means crown. Maybe that's why it's the king of Mexican beers. Wait, and that's a different Corona. I digress. Anyway, back to this microscopic evil bastard.
Coronavirus!
Or COVID-19, which is short for Coronavirus Disease 19, made its grand debut in December 2019. That's where the 19 in COVID-19 comes from. Way over in Wuhan, China. No one was really alarmed at first. Everyone thought that it was just dropping in to make an appearance. You know, like the aunt that doesn't really like anyone in the family, however, she still shows up fashionably late to all of the family events, just so she can make an entrance and show off her new look. Then, just as quickly, she makes up an excuse to leave early.
I wish I could stay longer, y'all, but I have to fly out early in the morning.
I'm going to Cancun. Or some other exotic place that she knows everyone else will be jealous to hear about. That's what everyone thought COVID was going to do. In and out before anyone could talk it into staying. Unfortunately, COVID wasn't the bougie aunt. Instead, it was the drunk uncle who couldn't wait for the next get-together because he has been lonely and depressed. He just got divorced and lost everything to his gold-digging ex-wife. He pleads for you to let him sleep on your couch for a few nights.
Just until I get back on my feet.
That was months ago. Now, he's basically moved in, and you're going crazy trying to figure out how to get him the hell out of your house. It's been almost a year since the first case of corona. Only a handful of countries on the planet have been spared a visit from their crazy homeless drunk uncle. Most are countries I've never even heard of, like Micronesia, Tuvalu, or Vanuatu. However, there is one that I have heard of, which surprised me to see it. North Korea. I guess Kim Jong-un, aka Lil Kim, warned his citizens that
if any of you dare catch coronavirus, you'll be put to death.
I guess he didn't want the virus stealing his thunder. Although there are many outside of North Korea who believe the 0 reported cases is false. But why would Kim lie about such a thing? After all, he is born of gods who have no need for such things as toilets. So surely such a supreme leader would have the power to ward off such a pesky virus. Yeah, I'm convinced too. But seriously, this virus has connected with an uppercut and has rocked the world. We have almost 60 million cases and around 1.5 million deaths globally. At first, we thought we just needed to keep the elderly safe. My own parents got the virus. Thankfully, they survived. Coronavirus threw a tantrum.
Why are they not all dying?
So, it decided to stretch out its evil claw and grab a hold of children and young adults too.
The more the merrier.
Thankfully, the majority of those infected do survive. However, that doesn't make losing 1.5 million people any easier. This pandemic has been a killer, not just for lives, but also for mental health and relationships. When there's no way to see the threat coming, you develop a level of paranoia. You become suspicious of everyone and everything around you. Did he just sneeze? Did she wash her hands? I need to disinfect this chicken before I eat it. We've reached a point where going to the grocery store is a field trip. Granted, one where you have to be suited up in full hazmat gear, but at least you get out of the house for a little bit. It's a small but welcome break from the monotony of sitting at home, seeing the same faces, hearing the same voices, telling the same stories day in and day out for months on end. How was your day, honey? It was fine. How was yours? The same. What did you do? You know what I did. You did the same thing. I woke up, made some coffee, then I sat in the living room for hours. You were sitting right beside me. Inside you're thinking, I love you, but I need some distance from you so that the absence can make my heart grow fonder. because your face, your smell, your voice are starting to really get on my nerves. It's been almost a year, and we're still fighting this thing. There are some countries that have managed to get the pandemic under control. Countries like New Zealand, South Korea, and Taiwan, which are all able to get back to some level of normal life. Also, there's almost a whole continent of Africa, which is told,
Coronavirus!
"You are not welcome here." My African brothers and sisters have been resilient in their fight. They've been battling viruses and diseases for quite some time, and so they know what leadership, organization, and commitment is required to keep it under control. Unfortunately, over in the Western world, however, we're looking like the kid who was brought to daddy's job and then put in charge of the whole company. We're completely clueless as to what we're doing. We have a select group of freedom-loving idiots who think their patriotism, and I use that term loosely, to their country makes them immune to death. They have their favorite news channel and their idiot cult leader telling them to liberate their state and defy orders meant to keep them safe. I know staying at home day after day sucks. I mean, who wants to be imprisoned at home and not allowed to go to the movies or a bar or even just a friend's house? But the virus is real, people. Your ability to get wasted at a sporting event shouldn't come at the expense of Nana or Baby Jack. There are a few vaccines on the horizon. Fortunately, they've had some pretty positive showings. However, widespread access is still a ways off. Too many people continue to deny this virus exists and needs to be taken seriously. They continue to behave recklessly. Leadership continues to act for politics and not for the people. So we can expect the pandemic to be prolonged, the infection numbers to continue to rise, and many more lives to be lost. And that really sucks.